Hey, what's up, everybody? So I just wanted to share a story with you all about my move to LA. So first of all, it wasn't like your normal, like, hey, I'm moving to LA and, I got this together and boom, boom, boom. It was a lot of things that went into my actual move to LA. Like, for example, I feel like I'm yelling over the music. Hold on. So, one thing that happened was I was in therapy, right? Because I was struggling with my anxiety because I was like, I know I don't want to be doing what I'm doing right now because I want to be singing, I want to be acting, I want to be in a place that I want to be, but I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get there. I don't have no money. I don't have, I just didn't know what I was doing. I knew where I wanted to be, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. And so I just decided, you know what? I'm moving to LA. I didn't know what the date was, but I knew in a year that I was moving to LA. I was dating a guy at the time, and I told him, listen, we can't take nothing serious because I'm moving to LA. I was dead serious about my move here. Dang, why do I feel like I'm getting emotional? Hold on. It's weird. Okay. Yeah. I think because I did something, we ain't doing all that right now, but I think because I did something that I always wanted to do, and there was so many people around me that kind of made me feel like I had to convince them what I was doing was right. And I feel like a lot of times when we want to take a big risk and we don't feel like we have support, we do feel like we have to convince the people around us. You don't. If something is really in your heart and it's meant for you, you just gotta fucking tear that shit up, period. You know what I'm saying? And never, just never feel like everybody else's opinion is over yours. And I'm still struggling with that literally as I speak right now. But as I just look at the sequence of my story, of my life, I realize, whoa, actually, it's all been me. Everything I've done has been because of me and what I wanted to do. So, for example, I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I want to move now. When I lived in Chicago, I was always broke. I was never balling. I had 2 jobs, had my own apartment. Then I didn't have my own apartment. I was sleeping on a friend's couch, and I had to get somebody else, and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I want to move to LA. My mom was like, how you gonna move to LA and you already broke down? Why move to another city and be broke? I'm like, exactly. Why be here if I can go there and be broke and be fighting for my dreams in the process, at least in the city I want to be in, So I was like, I'm moving in a year. She was like, okay. And then I got on this website that was looking for roommates. And I was like, yo, I'm looking for roommates. I prefer 2 women. Let's try to get I think I said I'm looking for a roommate. And then I started talking to my roommate and my friends in LA, and they was telling me how having more people in the house, you would make less money. If you were to get an actual house, you would get more bang for your buck and all of these different things. So we asked another girl if she would be our roommate. So we all 3 was like, hey, let's room. So it was 2 months before I got here, I went to DC to visit. And I love DC. I went to DC to visit, and one of the girls lived in DC because the website was just people in general who was trying to move to LA from all over the US. And I was like, yo, let's meet up. And I just happened to already be going to DC. So we meet up, I meet her and her mom, and we're there with my friend, and we all just kind of interviewing and talking or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, this gonna be cool. This gonna be a good little matchup. And the other girl, she was actually from DC too, but she at the time was living in New York. So that was very interesting. So we all was like, okay, we're gonna get together. So May 4th, 2017, your girl, Asia K. I got on a plane. My homegirl drove me to the airport. at the time, my lease had ended in like March. Was it after or before my... No, it ended in March, like 2 weeks before my birthday, because I was staying with my best friend for like a month before I left, because it didn't make sense for me to get a new apartment, and I didn't want to do it early because we had already picked a date. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. So my homegirl, she drives me to the airport. You know what? I'm missing a large part of the story. So my homegirl took me to the airport, and I feel like she took me to the airport. Okay, we gotta rewind back because I just thought about something. So, okay, my bad. So when I decided that I was moved to LA, I literally packed all of my stuff up, and I took 3 suitcases to Cincinnati. I was born and raised in Cincinnati, so I took 3 suitcases to Cincinnati to my mom's house so I can have it there, and I kept 3 suitcases with me of like stuff. So the stuff that I felt like I was gonna need every day, and I took like more like important things and left it in Cincinnati, stuff that I wanted, but I didn't think it was a need to like take it on a plane when I first got here. Plus I'm trying to move across the states, so I got rid of everything I owned, and I was down to 6 suitcases basically. Came back, stayed with a friend for a few weeks, then stayed with another friend for a month because I didn't want to overstay my welcome nowhere. Stayed with another friend for a month, then I stayed with a friend for a month. She drove me to the airport. I was so fucking nervous when I got to the airport because I'm like, oh my God, I'm like really doing this. Like, this is something that I'm doing. Like, I had a friend that was like, girl, how you gonna be going to LA? You ain't got no job. Now, what she didn't realize was that your girl had 3 interviews lined up when she got off the plane. Okay, so it wasn't like I was just coming here all willy-nilly. I had 100 resumes, 3 interviews set up just so I could start off having money. You know, it's expensive here. We all know that. So, I end up not getting the job I was supposed to get or whatever. And I feel like 5 days went past, and so I was hella nervous. So I told the girls who I came here with, we were all looking for apartments. I said, listen, I don't feel like I'm ready to sign a lease right now because I don't have a job. So y'all go ahead and y'all move on with a lease. I'm going to just stay with my friends and try to figure some stuff out because I don't want to be holding y'all back. And I'm like mad at myself because I'm like, I'm the one that was putting everybody together. But I felt like it was more responsible. It was my responsibility to be open and honest. So immediately I'm like, listen, y'all, this too much. I'm not going to be able to do it right now. I ain't got no job. And then lo and behold, I end up working for Wasteland on Melrose. And I loved working in there. Like, only complaints I had was obviously customers. Who doesn't? But that was one of the best jobs I ever had. I was there for like 3 months. Fashion, cool people. I still go there now. It's still all love and good energy. It just was a good space to kind of like set the tone in the beginning because everybody there was like artists, models, photographers, fashion. Like, everybody was into everything I wanted to be into and understand. So it felt good. It felt like home. But then I realized like, dang, I really need more money. So my homegirl was working for this nonprofit. So I ended up working for a nonprofit. And yeah. So that's the job part. Now, remind you that I was staying with a friend. So I ended up staying with a friend for a week. And then I ended up staying with another friend for another week. And then after that, I ended up sleeping in a hostel for like a week and a half. And I mean, when I say I was terrified, I was terrified. And I remember going to sleep and being like thinking, I know people stay in hostels like in other countries, but this hostel was in Koreatown. Koreatown is really like dirty and sketchy and like weird in certain areas. And in this specific area, it was real sketch. So I was like, first of all, I don't know nothing about nothing, and I'm here in Sketchville somewhere. So there was a Sketchville, and I was going to sleep. I remember I would call my mama all the time, crying like, I don't know what I'm doing, making her nervous. Like, oh God, I feel so bad for her. And y'all, when y'all having crisis, don't always call your mama because they'll be hitting your mama in a whole different way. So yes, I was calling her, crying like, girl, no. I remember I would go to work. And I would cry on my way to work because I was staying with my friend, and I didn't know how I was gonna not stay with my friend. I just was crying, like, and I would listen to SZA's album all the time and get so fucking emotional because I felt like I was going through these growing pains, and like it was so real. Especially her song 20 something. I was like, girl.